Happy Father's Day out there to all the fathers. Enjoy your day. But let's get into this video. Josh Kelly, prospect from the UK, one of the best young up-and-coming prospects in the game on either side of the world, defeated Kris George to win the Commonwealth title at 147. He improved his record to 7-0 with 5 knockouts. This fight was totally one-sided. Kelly is a terrific prospect, very athletic, very fast, has some solid power, good foot movement, good head movement. He's 24 years old. He has a lot of growth to still, get to become that guy that everybody over there in the UK and some over here who follow him believe he can get to. But let's talk about some of the negative things. I just highlighted some of the more positives. I'll go into more detail after this. But the negative things, and these are the negative things that can get him knocked out. He's very brash, very cocky, very confident, and he fights like it. At times, that's not smart. He can get away with it against the Kris Georges and the guys on the Commonwealth level, domestic level. But once he steps up to that top 15, top 10, worldwide level, he's going to have to make sure those mistakes are nipped in the bud. And the thing that he does that is a big no-no, he retreats with his hands down and his chin up, exposed for anybody to, hit him. And to Kris George's credit, he was able to hit him a few times when he was going out with some left hooks. And he just didn't have the power to really do something to shake him up. I think he hurt his hand as well. But if Josh Kelly continues that and doesn't really nip that in the bud and correct that mistake, it's going to come back and be it's going to rear its ugly head when he least needed to do it, when he least needs it to. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of talented guys out there in the welterweight division that's up and coming, that is, challengers, champions, that are going to lick their chops and say, oh, get Josh Kelly in the ring. They're going to know just what to do, what to look for, what position and place to be in to make him pay for that mistake. But if he could, go ahead and correct that nasty habit and keep that in his muscle memory so it becomes second nature like all his other attributes he possesses, he should be just fine. He's a very good offensive fighter. He goes to the body, has a solid jab, quick hands. I like how he throws an up jab in that fight. I think in the 6th round he hurt, Kris George with an up jab, and we know, Ricky Hatton he was famous for that. He would always throw an up jab, and if you learn to master that punch, it's very effective, and a very beautiful punch to be thrown. He throws a right uppercut. Of course, he has a good left hand, a left hook, a nice straight right hand. He has all the tools offensively, and he has a slick style. He has good head movement. He can slip, he can roll, he can counter, and he has good footwork as well. So he has exceptionally fast feet. Reflexes are sharp. He's just going to have to tighten up on the careless mistakes of pulling out with his hands down and his chin up and exposed. Keep it tucked. Keep his hands protecting his chin at all times, because it's guys he's going to face that don't really need to land a clean shot on you. Just land a good enough shot, and the power is there. So he's going to have to be mindful of that moving forward. But the guy is terrific, man. One of the best prospects in boxing, not just in the UK, but worldwide. I love his cockiness. I love his confidence, because it tells me he believes in himself. He's been in the ring already with Carlos Molina, a former junior middleweight champion who's been in the ring with James Kirkland, Cornelius Bundrich, Ishe Smith. The list goes on and on. He was a very quality champion in his time. And he made easy work of him in his previous fight, before this fight with Kris George, winning a unanimous decision. And the way he was able to systematically break down Kris George was a thing to watch, a thing of beauty to watch. Adam Booth is his trainer, as long as he keeps his head on straight. Also, don't square up as much when he goes in for attack or just kind of showboating a little bit. He gonna have to really pick and choose his spots once he continues to step up his level of competition. Because like I said, these guys that's on a higher level, higher ring IQ, better thinkers, more observant, are going to be able to pick up on that. So he needs to continue to work on those bad habits, and improve defensively. With the mental areas, it's not nothing really physical that he does. You know what I'm saying? It's just mental with the putting the hands down, leaving the chin up and exposed. That if Adam Booth and him sit down, watch film, as I'm sure they do, hammer it in his head and have him practice on that, like it should start to improve. But it's definitely gonna have to be driven home as he continues to climb the ranks of the welterweight division. He's 7 fights in, so I don't expect him to take too much of a bigger leap in competition this year. But next year is all eyes gonna be on him, and by that time everything needs to be well seasoned and tighten up, or he could run into some trouble. But I have no complaints on his performance. He's one of my favorite up and coming young fighters. I'm gonna do a video on another guy that has history with Josh Kelly and Lewis Riston, who beat him in the amateurs. He blew away Patrick Hyland, I believe, or Patrick Hyde, in one round last night. He's 16-0 with 10 knockouts. So I'm gonna do a video on him later today. Discuss him, break him down a little bit. But if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that post notification bell. Drop your comments in the comment section down below. Share these videos all over social media. I really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram at colossal_sports TV. The description, the link will be down in the description, or it's not a link, but all the information needed will be down in the description below, so you can check it out for yourself. Shout out to everybody in the movement that's moving with us. Be sure to check out 3kingsboxing.com for the latest and greatest updated, unfiltered, and unbiased boxing news, reported the way it should be. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.